Hello again. Today we are reading There's a Monster Eating My House by Art Cummings. Sir William was in his castle one morning with his friends, Clarence, Harvey, and Hattie. Suddenly his phone rang. "Hello," Sir William said. "May I help you?" "Come quick," said Burley. "There's a monster eating my house." "What does it look like?" Sir William asked. "It's the ugliest monster I've ever seen," said Burley. "It's half animal and half machine." "Does it puff black smoke and have an awful smell?" Sir William asked. "Yes," said Burley. "It's the Machinosaurus," Sir William said. "I'll be there before you can count to 3. Burley started to count. 1, 2, but before he could say 3, Burley's doorbell rang. It was Sir William. Burley opened his door, only wide enough to poke his paw through, and point to the back of his house. Sir William looked behind Burley's house. All he found was a large hole, some half-eaten stones, and part of a porch door. Burley's back porch was gone. And so was the Machinosaurus. Sir William felt bad. It was his job to catch monsters, and he had failed. But he had no idea where to look for the Machinosaurus. Sir William returned to his castle. He had hung up his armor and just turned on the TV when... Bring, the phone rang. It was Ollie. "Hoo, come quick," he said. "There's a monster eating my house. Hoo, hoo." "What does it look like?" Sir William asked. "Hoo, it's half animal and half machine," said Ollie. "Hoo, it puffs black smoke and has an awful smell. Hoo." "It's the Machinosaurus," Sir William said. "I'll be there before you can count to 3. Ollie began to count. But before he reached 3, he heard Sir William shouting, "Where is that monster?" There was a big hole in the side of Ollie's cellar. There were giant teeth marks all over it, but there was no Machinosaurus. "Sorry," Sir William said. "If only I had an idea where to look for it." Ollie pointed to a path of broken trees. "Hoo, how about looking there? Hoo," he said. Sir William and his friends followed the path for only a few minutes. Then they stopped. "This path is leading straight towards Mrs. Waters' house," Sir William said. "Do you think this Machinosaurus is mean enough to harm Mrs. Waters' house?" "No monster's that mean," said Hattie. "Mrs. Waters is so kind and makes such delicious pies." Sir William was glad when he arrived at Mrs. Waters' house. It was not harmed and there was no monster in sight. Sir William took off his helmet. He was about to treat his friends to one of Mrs. Waters' delicious pies when... "Meow!" cried Clarence. Towering above Mrs. Waters' trees was the Machinosaurus. It was eating the top of a tree and puffing black smoke. "How could anyone be so mean?" said Harvey. "I say we teach it some manners." "Hold it," Sir William said. "This Machinosaurus is acting very strange, and I would like to know why. Why did it eat only a porch? It could have eaten the whole house." "Why did it eat only a cellar? And why is it eating only the top of that tree? There is only one way to find out. I must ask the monster." And so he did. "Pardon me," said Sir William, "but why are you eating only the top of that tree?" "Trees taste awful," said the monster. "Then why eat them?" Sir William said. "Because houses taste just as bad. And I have to eat something." Sir William thought. Then he asked the monster, "Have you ever eaten a pie?" A pie? What is a pie? Said the Machinosaurus. Taste one, Sir William said. Wow, the monster smiled. I've never tasted anything this good. Sir William whispered to Mrs. Water. She went into the house and came out with a whole stack of pies. Here, Sir William said. But you must promise never to eat another porch tree or cellar. Promise? I promise, said the Machinosaurus. Sir William was pleased. He could tell by the monster's smile and the way it licked its giant jaws that it would keep its promise. He said goodbye to Mrs. Water and to the Machinosaurus, and then he returned to his castle. He had just hung up his armor and sat down when there was a knock at the door. It was Mrs. Water's delivery man. He had the biggest pie Sir William had ever seen, and on it, printed in whipped cream, were 2 words. Thank you.